Hey guys, so today I am going to be doing, it's been a while since I've done one of these kits, but you guys seem to like it when I do them and I quite enjoy it. Hopefully this one ends up better than it does normally.
Oh, you have no idea.
I've always wanted to try pottery, right? But I know nothing about it. I've never tried it ever. I know nothing about it. I figured this would be a good starting point. I stumbled upon it at Walmart for $19.99. The hands on the picture look to be an 8-year-old's hands. So that gives me some hope because I'm thinking maybe I, as a 23-year-old, can manage it. But I'm still doubtful. We're gonna keep an open mind and we're gonna try our best. And daggone it, I'm gonna make something cute. Let's just jump into this.
FYI, I'm dressed like this because I figured this would be getting messy. That's the only reason.
I'm gonna open this up. Let's open up this box, and oh, look at that. It's a box. Oh my gosh. I'm already confused. So we've got some traffic cones. Looks like some sort of button. And then we've got the big thing. This is the big thing that's gonna make the magic happen. The pottery wheel, right? Oh, save me, please. Instructions. Packages of cream cheese. This is the clay. Wow, that's the paint. Wow. This is a lot of instructions. Batteries are sold separately. So I have to go. I have to go get D batteries. So I'll be back. This is new. Welcome to my car. It's so hot out here and I'm gonna be all types of sweaty when I get back. Okay, I'm back. Got the batteries. You know what? I think I kind of get it. Let's just try it and see. First, batteries. Okay, let me get organized here. Do I want to use the pedal? I think I want to use the pedal. There's a little place where you plug in the pedal. Clay, open, half of one of these bars. First, before you do anything, you need to work the clay. You just kind of... This clay is hard as a rock. Wait, are you joking? I'm supposed to be able to work this? What? How would an 8-year-old do this? It's so hard. You're supposed to be able to stretch this? Really? This is not going well.
So after struggling for like an hour,
I'm like sweating.
Drowning the clay in water and practicing with the wheel for a bit,
Wait.
I did figure out what needs to be done. So this is exactly what they tell you to do in the directions. You're supposed to use this thing, which yes, is extremely dirty. Coat the inside with a clay and water mixture so it doesn't stick. Close it around a hunk of clay and then clip it onto the plate and use this little ring over top to keep it closed. Make sure your hands and the clay are wet and slippery. Take the traffic cone, coat it with more clay sludge. You press the pedal to make the plate spin and then use the cone in an up and down motion to create the indent. And I did try to use the bigger one as well. And you can see what part of the problem is here. The plastic is cracking under the pressure and it's like spewing clay out of the side, but let's still try to work with it. After letting it set for a little bit just so that it doesn't fall apart, okay, I'm gonna stop with the quotes now. Pull it out of there, which is just effortless, and then slip the cover off of the clay, which is so easy, and voila, a masterpiece. You're left with a perfect pot. Amazing. Yeah, so I tried this technique like 3 times and it just didn't work for me. So I ended up just going freestyle with it. I just shaped something really rough and then stuck it down on the wheel and went for it. And it was so difficult. I did learn some things like that your hands and the clay should be wet the whole time. I guess this is why people go to classes for pottery because I was just terrible at trying to learn this on my own, but I do think that it had a lot to do with the wheel itself. It looks like it's spinning fast because this is really sped up, but this is real time. It just doesn't spin that fast. So it takes forever to make any progress. The plate is also really, really wobbly, and I just don't have the skill to overcome the challenges and make it work. So this is what I got. Train wreck. It's supposed to be a teacup, so I made a little handle for it, and then used the string they provided. Oh, and yeah, I did ditch my nail polish, revealing my terribly stained nails, but let's pretend that that's not frightening. Use the string to separate it from the plate, which did work pretty well. You probably don't have to do it that many times. Okay, just stop now. And then gently lift it off. Wouldn't want to break that masterpiece. And now we can add the handle, and the instructions were actually helpful for this because they reminded me to score the clay. The clay doesn't go in the oven or anything, so you're just supposed to let it air dry for like 24 hours. And since I created something so lovely the first time, I'm gonna do it again. I was trying to make something decent literally all day. So just imagine this for 10 hours. I've had better days, and I've failed at this over and over and over. What was I even trying to do here? I don't know. Even my cat was starting to judge.
Whoopi, you don't like this.
But it ended up getting worse because the battery started dying and it started sounding a lot like you know what I'm talking about? Like, it wasn't a smooth motion, so it was just getting harder and harder to get in even shape. All y'all with the dirty minds, cool it, okay? This is innocent. So I ended up making this. And I did another one because I did want to use all of the clay that they provided. You're supposed to be able to make 4 pieces, but it only went far enough to make 3 for me, although there was probably enough on my hands for a 4th one. At this point, the battery was really starting to die, and my spirit was dying at the same time, so this bowl is just terrible. So here are my 3 absolutely stunning creations that now need to dry. Flash forward, it's been 24 hours, and surprise, the clay has some big cracks in it. It just gets better and better. The surface of the clay was super rough. It's got all these handprints in it, so I did use some sandpaper to smooth it out. I don't know if this is considered cheating or if people ever actually do this with pottery. I have no clue, but I was just trying to improve this in any way I could. It obviously didn't help with the uneven shape, but it did help to smooth out the surface a little bit and helped with the cracks a little. Finally, it's time to paint. They give you like a thimble full of each color. It's a super small amount of paint and also this really tiny paintbrush, which is fine for details, but it's a little annoying to use to paint larger areas with this. I did end up using my own paintbrush, and of course I had to mix in a lot of my own paint to be able to finish painting these. I really tried to do well on the paint jobs to make them a little cuter, but it's kind of like putting a dress on a turd. There's just not much you can really do to improve them since the shape is so bad. But you know what? Let's try to be positive for just a second here. Painting them was definitely my favorite part. I love painting things in general, anything really, so I did get some enjoyment from it. By the time I had painted all 3 pieces, I'd used every last bit of the paint they gave me, and as I said, I had to use a lot of my own. I would say it was about half and half, so they give you about half the amount of paint that you need. I will say the quality of the paint actually wasn't that bad. It was nice and opaque. It had a nice shine to it. I liked it, honestly. There just wasn't enough of it. So here's what we got. We got the bowl, which is watermelon themed, the teacup, which is a sprinkle theme, and this thing, honestly, I have no clue what it is, but it actually may be my favorite. So yeah, that's them. I don't know what people are gonna say about these. Clearly, I know they're not the best, but maybe you can at least see what I was trying to do or appreciate the effort.
Hey, this video took me like, what, 3 days to film? This is what I have to show for it. And yes, that means I haven't changed my clothes or showered in 3 days. I'm just kidding. I just put this back on because consistency. My experience using this kit as a beginner, even after reading through the instructions thoroughly twice, was a nightmare. But since I have no experience, nothing to compare it to, I wasn't sure if it was just me or if the kit just sucks. So after doing some research, I realized that this is basically the worst pottery wheel on the market. I mean, it's $20 compared to like a beginner's pottery wheel, which is closer to $80.
But then again, you do have to spend like $13 on batteries, so $33 actually. Okay, stop making that face now.
It has a stunning 2-star rating on Amazon. That's a terrible rating. So I went on YouTube. I looked for other people doing the same kit. Most people had similar results to this kind of quality, although they were kind of hyping it up and being like, oh yeah, it looks so great. No, it doesn't. But I did find a legit review from a woman who actually does pottery, and she basically knew just by looking at it that it was going to be terrible.
Okay, that's gonna make a wobbly pot.
Yeah. And she did have a lot of the similar struggles that I had.
I've managed to crack a hole right through the clay. Yeah.
So I felt better until I saw what she made.
I think it might be this clay, so I'm gonna switch. Oh, sweet teacup.
If you're a beginner at pottery and have no clue what you're doing, you're going to be very frustrated trying to use this. And I can't imagine that it's less frustrating for a child to use it. Apparently, if you're a pro, you can finagle something and make something decent, but I can't imagine that many pros are really interested in buying this unless you're doing a review. So yeah, basically, no, it's just not good. On the bright side, what's a bright side? I did get to try pottery for the first time without spending a ton of money. So that's good. But my pottery experience is a little bit tainted because it was so frustrating. So is that good? Is it a good thing to have your first experience with something be extremely frustrating because you don't have the right tools? I don't know. And then again, maybe I'm just not good at it. Maybe I'm just not good at it. If you do want to try pottery, but you don't want to spend $100, maybe you should buy something like this. I don't know if this exact kit is the best option out there. I saw several others that were similar in price that had better reviews, but I haven't tried those, so I can't really recommend any right now. If you guys want to see me try those out and see how that goes, see if it's any better, all you have to do is ask and I'll do it. I'm here to waste my money on these things so that you guys don't have to. I hope that this was entertaining anyway, and thanks for watching. I will see you on Monday. Bye!